Hey there! Welcome to Jackie Talks Horror. I'm Jackie, and today I've got 5 killer films coming your way this summer. From influencers in a deadly game of survival to a Toxic Avenger reboot you won't want to miss, let's dive into what's coming in July and August 2025. And if you want to find out what's coming earlier in the year, check out my Coming in 2025 playlist linked in the description below. These will be US release dates, so they may vary a bit country to country, but when I can find a trailer, I will link to it in the description below. So first, we have Skill House, coming July the 12th, 2025. This film is based on an original idea by producer Ryan Kavanagh. We wanted Skill House to be more than just a horror film, Ryan Kavanagh, founder of Gen TV, said. This project reflects the times we are living in, leveraging the power of influencers, while immersing the viewers in their world. It's thought-provoking, terrifying, and entirely relevant. This film is directed and written by Josh Stolberg, who co-wrote Jigsaw, Spiral, and Saw X with his writing partner Peter Goldfinger, and Saw X was an absolute surprise with how good it was. Josh has also directed films such as Crawlspace. Stolberg said in an interview with Deadline.com, the film will be a hard R horror film, and will have a gritty approach to what it takes to succeed in the business that relies on fans liking you. On the theatrical distributor, Fathom Entertainment's website, it reads, the film plunges audiences into a high-stakes social media nightmare. 10 influencers are lured into a sinister content house and forced to compete in lethal social media challenges, because in Skill House, clout isn't just currency, it's survival. The film was filmed at the Sway House, a mansion in Bel Air that's reportedly been made famous by many of TikTok's biggest stars, and the film has a few social media personalities and influence supporting stars Neil McDonough and 50 Cent, such as social media personality Bryce Hall and Paige Van Sant, a former UFC fighter and now a celebrity influencer. Social media and horror aren't a new combination. When done well, it can make terribly effective films like Stream and Gunjam Haunted Asylum. They have proven just how unsettling the influencer world can be, and I'm curious to see how Skill House tackles it. Okay, and now we're on to I Know What You Did Last Summer, which is coming to cinemas on the 18th of July. Now this film directly follows the events of I Know What You Did Last Summer and its 1998 sequel. Directed by Jennifer Katin Robinson, who previously directed the darkly comedic teen thriller Do Revenge, has emphasised that the new film treats all previous entries as canon, addressing fan concerns about potential continuity issues. The plot continues from the events of these earlier films, and the plot synopsis on IMDb reads simply, a group of friends is terrorised by a stalker who knows about a gruesome incident from their past. It has returning cast members Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr. reprising their roles as Julie James and Ray Bronson respectively, as well as cast fresh to the franchise, including Madeline Klein, Nicholas Alexander Chavez, and Jay Sweet Wonders. Following the legacy sequel trend, it's likely that the returning duo will guide the new cast, ultimately passing the torch to the new generation of survivors. And one of the original film's co-writers is back as a co-writer on this one. So, as a fan of the original 2 films, I'm looking forward to this one, and I'm hoping it will be keeping in the original's tone, and I know the promise of some kind of sequel has been floating around for years, so fans of the original have been waiting for this. So next up is Weapons, coming to cinemas on the 8th of August 2025. Written and directed by Zach Cregger, known for his previous work on Barbarian. Now that was one of my favourite films of 2022, and one of the most surprising films ever, in my opinion anyway. Now not much is known about the plot, but Wikipedia says the film revolves around multi-related plots marked by the disappearance of school kids in the middle of the night, police corruption, generational trauma, witchcraft, blood rituals and religious abuse in a small Florida community. And the IMDb plot synopsis reads, an interrelated multi-story horror epic about the disappearance of high school students in a small town. It has a very exciting cast, the ever-excellent Julia Garner, the awesome Josh Brolin, frequent genre actor Benedict Wong, and Alden Ehrenreich. Pedro Pascal was meant to be in it originally, but dropped out due to scheduling issues, and Josh Brolin took his place in the lead role. Now, this was originally slated for January 2026. The film's release was moved up, and that's often a sign of strong confidence in the project. And, with Cregger producing it, this is definitely one to watch. And next up is Jimmy and Stiggs, coming to cinemas on the 15th of August. So, the IMDb plot synopsis reads, an S-storm of bad news sends out-of-work filmmaker Jimmy spiralling into an out-of-control bender, in which he claims to have been abducted by aliens. Fearing they'll come back, he contacts his old friend Stiggs to help him gear up for war. Eli Roth's brand new production company, The Horror Section, that was only launched earlier in March, bought this as their first major purchase, and is written and directed by Joe Begos, who also stars as Jimmy Lang in this, along with Matt Mercer starring as Stiggs Randolph. Matt also had a role in Christmas Bloody Christmas that Joe wrote, and it also has Riley Dandian, who also starred in the same film. If the speed this got snapped up by Eli Roth and his quick release date wasn't quick enough for you to get excited, there is Eli Roth's quote that shows the strength of his faith in the film. Quote, really, does a film stop me in my tracks the way Jimmy and Stiggs did? Eli Roth said in a statement shared by Variety. I grew up on Sam Raimi and Peter Jackson's low-budget, over-the-top splatterfests, and very few filmmakers have ever achieved that level of insanity. Horror fans have not had an experience like this in theatres for a long time, and the spirit and anarchy and fun of the movie represents everything I want to bring to the masses in the theatre. Unquote. I'm looking forward to this as, if Eli Roth is so enthusiastic, it must have something special in it, and Joe Begos wrote and directed Christmas Bloody Christmas, so Jimmy and Stiggs should have that same stunning visuals that film was known for. So next up is A Toxic Avenger, coming to cinemas on the 29th of August 2025. Now this is a remake of Trona Entertainment's R-rated 1984 low-budget action comedy splatter film. This film generated 3 sequels and a myriad of other media, including a Marvel comic book series. So the IMDb plot synopsis reads, a horrible toxic accident transforms downtrodden janitor Winston Goose into a new evolution of hero, the Toxic Avenger. The film combines elements of horror, comedy and action, offering satirical take on corporate greed and environmental issues and societal corruption. The cast for this is awesome. You have Winston Goose, the Toxic Avenger, played by Peter Dinklage. Toxic gains superhuman strength and a grotesque appearance following a chemical accident, leading him to become a vigilante against corruption and crime. Next up is Bob Garbinger, played by the always great Kevin Bacon. Now he's the antagonist, a corporate overlord whose actions contribute to the environmental and societal harm, prompting Winston's transformation. Next up is Fritz Garbinger, played by genre favourite Elijah Wood. He is Bob Garbinger's associate, involved in the company's unethical dealings. Next up is Wade, played by Jacob Tremblay. Now he is Winston's stepson, who struggles with anxiety and is affected by Winston's transformation. Well, that's it. 5 really exciting horror films coming in July and August this year, so get your calendars marked for them. Are you as hyped as I am about these? They all really do look like they'll be great. What are you looking forward to most from this list? Did I miss any horror films you're excited about coming in July and August? Do leave your comments down below, but remember to be respectful. And if you like this video, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe for more horror content. You won't want to miss what's coming next on this channel. This is Jackie signing off. Take care and see you next time.